And you got the podcast.
We are.
There, so you call us and you'll discuss it. Yeah, ready? Hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Break day. This is when you have to lie. That's right.
We're going to get a theme song one day.
We are. Hey. And then we have a we might need to check out somebody who's like that. Let us know. Give us one. She's talking. She's eating right now. These good old snacks from charcuterie. Don't forget to get you some.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is coming. Yes, it is.
Father's Day. Graduations.
All of that. Yes, yes. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We hope you are being safe. We are being safe, paying attention. If you see something, hear something before we do, drop in the chat. Call us on that line. 816-237-8033. You know, we're being safe right now. But let us know, you know, if something jump off, so we can head on, you know, take it up.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Drop it, let us know.
Real quick.
Yes, we will. Y'all might see some blank screens up here.
If you don't see us, then you will hear us.
We will be taking it up. Okay, anyway, welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us again for our podcast of Sipping and Spilling Tea in KC. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi. What y'all sipping on?
Water.
It's a water
today.
Yeah, it is. It's a water kind of day.
It's a water kind of day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How was you all's week?
Exhausting.
Oh, no. Really?
Yes.
I'm loving your letters thing though.
I know, it's so
It's crazy. I've been looking forward to your posts to see what y'all do for
It's actually fun. I'm enjoying it, and then like the fact that everybody in the building is getting in on it. Like then we call it what's smart. Whatever. Like our group chat. What are we wearing tomorrow? Somebody's like, the calendar says lemonade. I was like, I was looking for some lemon. Well, I guess we'll have nothing to wear. I said, well, we'll have lemon cookies and lemonade tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah, it's been cute. That's
So,
been
yeah.
cute.
That's fun, but it's testing season, so like everybody's on edge, everybody's tired and exhausted. It's just like, can we just get through it? Can we just not do it?
Right. Well, we can, you know, that's the system work. We have to show.
That's how we get our funding. If y'all want to know why we test so much, it's part of how we get our funding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's that time. Okay. Yeah. How about you, Tim? How's your week been?
Let me see. How many days did I want to call in?
Let's see, there was 5 days in a
Not
week.
that there was anything wrong, you know. I think I have to say because I know I can retire. My mind is already gone.
Let me write that down. That has to do with mindset.
My mind is already, you know, but
You better correct your mind. You went close to 67. So
well, I would just go somewhere else and earn.
Yeah. Something that doesn't
Unless God want to go and bless me with my boy ass.
Ow!
It's gonna give me an
she gonna do
allowance.
something else.
She gonna jump.
She gonna do job. She gonna do something else.
I have faith in my Lord
That's
to provide me my husband. And y'all gonna see me
In the meantime,
y'all gonna see me on the front of the paper like this.
He put a rain on it. She gonna do something strange. No. Hey, he gotta have some change.
Yeah. And attention. And some benefits. But no, just
Trail come on at 9 p.m. soon.
I don't want somebody else used good. Well, I ask anybody to talk to me.
You might have to think about it if they haven't used.
Right.
I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Because maybe there's so much strong that has really help himself, you know, leave side. They may have to, you know. So I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I take that back.
It was okay, just going to work, art. Now, I will say we did have every year my department puts on a housing summit, a fair housing summit, and it's always good. And the focus this year was on each section in the department. So I think that was good. My section, I was a moderator over one of the breakout sessions, which was about, it was tenants and landlords in dialogue.
Oh.
Instead of being separated, what can we do to work together to make things work for landlords and tenants?
Nice.
You know, so we had them both at the table, and it was a really good event. So that was the highlight of my week.
Okay, well that's good.
Well, that was good. You interacted with the community. So.
Yes, got to see the collaboration there. And how about you, Michelle? How was your week?
Quiet.
That's what I'm looking like the plaster about.
It was quiet. Quiet weeks are nice weeks.
Look, what they used to teach us in school.
I'm remote, I telework, so I don't have to go in the office, so it's been peaceful.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
just me, Judge Judy, Judge Mathis.
Did you say that on here?
Yes.
Cause you can work on the computer and watch TV. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I love that.
Background noise.
Yeah.
Timber home, you'll see me soon. You'll see us soon.
That's right, that's right.
Hi,
Mhm.
and hi.
Yeah, that's good. And for me, look at her, she getting ready. For me, I had a really good week too. Doing that testing thing, prepping, getting ready for testing. Some of our grade levels started this week. But I had a good weekend. I had so much fun.
What happened?
Oh, girl.
Spill the tea.
I'm gonna spill it. So, I had my first facility, where someone used our space, for a pop-up. So that was nice. Very successful. They seemed to think it went well. I thought it went well. But then my family, we get out and drove. There was quite a few of us. We went to see Michael. And it was awesome. I have to take this really quickly. It's my birthday. Checking on me. I'm gonna text and let him know. We are live. I am safe. We are live. I will text you. I love you. Anyway, but it was so fun. Yeah, we went to see Michael, and it was a good movie. I thought it was good. I know people have different critics and sayings and all of that about who's in it, who isn't, why, and all that. But I enjoyed the movie, and I thought it really, to me, made him human. And showed the family side, some of the family side, of the dynamics and what goes on and what made him. So I thought it was good. So yeah, it was good. A good weekend for me and a good week. It was really good. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good time. And so guys know I watch podcasts. I watch a lot of different things. So also this weekend I caught a good podcast. And the guest on the podcast was Tim Wise, who is an anti-racist activist, author, lecturer. He comes everywhere. I think the last time I saw him, he was here at the Urban Summit. But so he had a discussion, and one of the things he talked about was this whole productivity thing. So I really appreciate that you guys were willing to maybe have this be part of our topic, this question of, does your mindset shape your success? Because in a minute we'll share just a snippet of something that he said about productivity to give you guys just an idea of where my mind was when I heard it, and then maybe you guys can text, call, share your opinions. And then I have to say that surprise guest we will be calling, it is Coach Willie Mahone. That's going to speak to us. We tried to get him to come in, he couldn't make it in today, and we understand. So we're going to try and get him on that phone so you guys can listen in and say, hey, to Coach Mahone. All right, yes. All right, so are we ready to do a little snippet of the podcast? We're about ready. So in the meantime, in between time, he talked about so many different things from politics to education, and the racism aspect of it. But then this particular portion, because I know a lot of people speak about well, if you get your mind right, or if you do certain things, you can, be successful. And I just thought we could talk about it. Do you really think that all you have to do is have a positive mindset, work hard, grind, and you'll get it as an African American or a person of color? Or is there other things to it? So that's really where we are with the questions. Are there other things to it? So listen in. Listen in and let us know what you guys think. This is one snippet. Alicia's going to drop it in the chat so you'll be able to go back and listen to the whole thing as well yourself if you want to, and you can kind of see what he's talking about.
You're living a pretty privileged life. Your quote says inequality is rationalized as merely reflecting differences between productive and unproductive people. Right. So it goes back to what I just said. I mean, we have this notion of meritocracy, this idea that the winners are there because they're better. And again, we believe this even though, keep in mind, this ideology.
Oh my goodness, the weather.
Well,
You guys know we have nice
don't want us to
weather.
be great.
It does not want us to be great. We have nice weather of rain and some possible tornado warnings happening in the area, so please be safe. And it's interrupting. Oh, it's interrupting us, trying to keep us from being safe. So if we can get that technology going, we will finish
He's
that.
in the chat, so you can more than welcome watch it.
Started at like 20 minutes. Yes, that was at 20 minutes before she kind of double deep. All right.
This ideology existed all through segregation. Now, how could a rational person say that the reason that black folks were on the bottom of the structure under segregation was because they were unproductive? No rational person could believe that the obstacles and barriers weren't instrumental in that, and yet the ideology said, yeah, let's not talk about that, right? And so I think what we want to keep in mind is that this ideology, which is so foundational to the country, has been.
Here we go again. So let's pause it. We can pause it for now.
Even at moments of intense oppression, which ought to tell you how absurd it is. The most productive people, the people whose work made this country possible and actually created the wealth that funded the revolution were black and brown unpaid laborers who were working to construct levees, who were working to cultivate crops. I mean, that was the productive labor. Rich white folks were sitting on the porch on their plantation house, sucking down mint juleps, talking about how gosh darn hot it was out here. And we don't, good thing we don't have to pick our own cotton, and I can make fun of these people because these are my family, right? But
wow.
Okay.
There was a lot in there. Mm-hmm. There was a lot. So thoughts. What are your thoughts? Around this whole notion that the scenario has been put out there, and since, like you say, this country was founded, as he mentioned, that particularly black people are unproductive, basically. And he, of course, elaborated on how could they even have this narrative out there when they were the ones sitting.
The most productive people in the country are black people.
Mm-hmm.
The most productive. Go back in history and look at all of those towns that were functioning, had banks, had grocery stores, had all those things, functioning towns in every state. There was a black town, and what happened? There was always, pretty much in every scenario, in every one of those, there was always supposedly some white woman that was assaulted, and that started it all. Some white woman that was assaulted, and they go out and find the first people that they can find. Who? Black people in their own town minding their business. Why over here? You know she wasn't here. She didn't come, she wasn't here.
But
why
guess
not
what?
come here? She was not
I'm
here.
sorry to interrupt, but guess who's calling in?
What that?
Hello there. Hey, Coach Mahone. I know, right? He said he's getting on me. He said, I thought you was going to call me back, and I didn't. I'm sorry, Coach. Can you hear me good? I'm trying to get you on where everybody else can. I don't know what I've got happening here. Can you say hello one more time? Hello? Let me see. I can. One more time. There you go. Hey, we got you on live. On the speaker, we got you on live. I didn't know what it was. That's right. Shame. Yeah, I'm not tech savvy. So Tiffany Drummer, Alicia Burris, and myself. How have you been?
I'm okay.
You doing okay?
It's good to hear from you, Coach.
Except for some illness, happens.
You've been
My
having.
passions come back to haunt me.
Oh. You sound good though.
Well, I can talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, you can. You can talk. So I was so happy when I talked to you. I guess it was about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. I almost teared up because I was just thinking about when we were growing up. All the time, look, when we used to get swats. I didn't get swats. Did I get swats, Coach Mahone?
No.
But it just made me think about when we're talking about productivity on our show and how we were encouraged sometimes through discipline to be productive and successful.
Yeah, but y'all were good kids. Y'all were good kids. You really were. And, I appreciate the fact that I had an opportunity to interface with you all.
Oh, we're so grateful just to have been a mentor to many of us, a coach, look, having us running out there, getting our bodies together.
Hey, y'all running. I was a track manager.
You hear that? Tell me, you did real track.
I did. I was a track manager.
Terry was always in my office.
Always, because he always needed something for me to do. I was always in there helping.
What's the girl that used to run around with you, used to be in my office?
Alicia. She's sitting right here.
Still running around with her.
Alicia Burris, she's still sitting here with us.
Yeah, had a little boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
She said, Coach, you had to go there.
I remember all of you. The last time I saw Terry was over at Nebraska Furniture Company with her mom.
And he scared the mess out of me. Calling my name, walking up behind Terry Harris. Who is calling my name like that?
Terry was always in my office.
Always.
Eating and everything.
Look, Coach, is that something you said eating? Because she has a business where she does catering with the charcuterie boards. So, yeah, she's still around food and feeding us.
He was always eating because my mom was always sending him food.
Yeah. You was always eating good?
And she does catering?
Well, she does her charcuterie boards. Would you do a full catering?
No.
No, she just does
I can
the
do
board.
a grazing table.
She said a grazing table, but she wouldn't do a full catering. She can do a grazing table with her charcuterie boards.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And then I have Tiffany. Tiffany, you ain't saying anything. Tiffany Drummer is right here too.
Tiffany Drummer?
Yes.
Her and Big brother.
Yep, she's sitting here.
Hey, when you told me everything started to come back to me, I remember all of you all. I'm not lying.
Oh. We remember you too.
Rodney,
Oh, Lord. Don't bring him up.
and I told you that there's a picture I got with you and Albert standing out by the yellow bus. I don't know where we were going to go.
For a track meet?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, I'm going to have to try and see that so I can see that picture. I know you probably got a lot of pictures.
I got a bunch of them.
So while we're on our podcast, some people may be dropping some things in the chat. So if there's any questions or comments from people, I will let you know. We were talking about productivity. Papa Bear, some people don't know that I always had that nickname for you, have Coach Mahone.
What, baby?
Papa Bear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have. So I'm just letting the viewers know, in case y'all hear me say that. He's always had that nickname with me. I've always called you that. So anyway, Coach Mahone, what we were talking about, I'm gonna ask you what you think. What are your thoughts? Does your mindset shape your success? Does your mindset shape your success?
Does it take my success?
Shape. Does it shape a person's success?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little bit? How do you think so?
Well, you got to have, first of all, you got to have some kind of positive things in your life that you can kind of allude to,
Yes.
And you have, and sometimes you need somebody that have been there prior to you and bring it back and let you know. And it's all about how you feel about people and the things that you display, because it'll come back to haunt you.
Mm-hmm.
And by haunting, I don't mean something bad. It's good.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're not aware of it, but I get surprised every now and then. I talk to kids Alfred Lomax.
Oh, do you? Melvin.
I'm talking about, Melvin Lomax.
Yeah.
Alfred, I went to school with Alfred Lomax.
Oh, okay.
Lomax is in Washington, D.C., working at Walter Reed Hospital.
Okay. All right, Central Light.
And Preston Smith is living in Maryland.
Yeah, he's been a viewing. We had a reunion actually last year. Was that last year? So we got to see a few people last year. So you still talking to some of the people from Central?
Yeah. Whatchamacallit's son he went to University of Arkansas, and he was running track. And one summer he came up here to spend the summer with his grandfather, and he was working out over Central. And I went over and he had on some big old tennis shoes trying to run in, and I took him out and bought him some running shoes.
Bless your heart.
And and like I said, when I say that you all were my kids, I don't say it just to be blustering. I thought the world of you all. I really did. And like I said, I remember Terry coming in, sitting up on the desk and everything, eating a lunch and worrying the heck out of me. And like I said, it's fond memories. And when you call me, it conjured up things that had happened in the past,
Yeah.
and how you all react, because you all were good kids.
Thank you. We had some good teachers in here. You guys were so great to us. You knew when to discipline us and how for each of us. Those that needed the swats got them.
And we weren't the ones that needed
But
it.
the swipes are not giving out in anger. They were giving out because a lot of times, several months ago, a group of kids that graduated in '86 would ask me to come over to Gates and have something for me. And we were going to eat and stuff. Well, little did I know what they had planned, but I got sick and I didn't go. But my daughter knew most of them because she graduated in '86 from Lincoln. And Brian Jackson and wife and my daughter best buddies. So I didn't go, and then about 3 weeks later I was okay, and I went over there and they had a plaque for me.
Oh.
And the plaque read in essence, it said, this plaque is given out to Coach Mahone for the daddy that a lot of us didn't have.
That's why you call Papa Bear. That's right.
And I told him, I'm glad I didn't come 2 weeks before, because I'd have been teared up.
Oh.
But and like I said, every now and then I get in touch with them, and they get in touch with me, and and it sounds really trite, and it sounds sort of corny sometimes when you talk about the kids that you dealt with, the ones that were positive and the ones that weren't positive, And I've had Pauline Dunlap's brother that got killed up at the prison. I talked to him, and probably about 2-3 months ago, I can't think of Chris's last name, but he lived down in Parade Park, and I talked to him, and I talked to several of the kids. Every now and then I'll get a surprise call, and guess who this is, Coach? Nah, man, I can't guess who. I can't tell by your voice. But the picnic this summer, I didn't go because I had been in the hospital and I got out. Yeah. And the doctor told me to lay back and not be running out in that sun. Yeah. And somebody called me from the picnic, and I talked to several of the kids. And like I said, it's just an experience that I wouldn't give the world for. I really wouldn't.
Yes, sir.
Because it was very positive, and like I said, I remember the advice I gave some of you, and you know, I teared with some, and you know, and things of that nature. Like I said, I remember a whole bunch of you all.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you remember, what's her name? I can't even think of her name.
You had so many of us. Hey, Papa, when did you start at Central?
In 82.
82. Okay. And so when did you finally retire?
From school district?
Yes.
In 2000, I don't know, probably about 2010 or 2012.
Nice job. Almost 30 years, about 30 years. Yeah, that's about 30 years.
Well, yeah, I was in the district for 30 years.
Wow.
But like I said, when I first went to Central, I was at Southwest, and I really liked it, Southwest.
What?
But when I got to Central, when I first got to Central, I said, I'm not gonna like it over with all these little black kids.
Oh!
And I got over there and fell in
Oh,
love.
Black kids.
See, you kept that, you had that old negative mindset about us. That's terrible.
Hey, let me tell you, I got over there and fell in love with you little black rascals. And you could, and when they wanted me to go to Paul Rosen as a principal, I told them, no.
Yes, that's right.
And the superintendent said, you ain't got no choice, so you going. And send me over to Rosen.
Yeah.
And I got over there and ended up having some of the kids, their kids come to Rosen. And it was a girl, I can't remember her name. I can't think of her last name, but anyway, she married, I can't think of his name, and they had twins. And the little boy, one of them did something wrong, and I had to call the family, and the daddy came up there, and I had a daddy at Central. The daddy brought them boys, I brought them up to the office, and he sat them down and said, boy, Coach Mahone will whip your ass. And the little boy's eyes got big, and I had no more problems like I had. And they were smart, and they were students.
Yes. See?
And the little girl's name was Apple or something like that, and I can't think of their last name. But anyway, and like I said, some of that come back to haunt you, but they're good haunts.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. You mentioned you have to have someone like that reaches back. You know, for me, you were that person. In that case, was a good example. But for a lot of us, that look, my little sisters and nieces and nephews went through Central, and they all, like you talked about, having somebody. Once they found out, oh, Coach Mahone had us too. It was like it changes your mindset because it's that village. They know that you were already there. You had helped us and raised us and taught us, and they're gonna do the same out of love for them. So I think that makes a big difference, knowing that part about you said having somebody that can reach back, because you were there for so many years and you touched so many families, you know, so you can help with having that mindset. Yes.
Yeah, I went to and like I said, this is not my day for names, but I remember the thing and who had gone to Central and graduated and went to the military. And he went straight on up, and he recently become a colonel in the Army. And they had a testimonial for him, and they invited me, and I was the only educated that was there.
Wow, I want to know.
What can't think of his name?
That's okay, but that's
a little bit off Prospect. And he had invited me, and when I got there, this lady came up and hugged me, and I said, "Oh Lord, I hope this ain't somebody I have to pay." And she hugged me, I said, "Lord, who is this? She says, Coach Mahone, I am Leon and James's mother, Leon Walker."
Oh, okay.
And she said, I appreciate the things that you did for my kids, because when James graduated, he wasn't going to go to college. And about 2 weeks before the fall session started, he came up and told me, he says, Coach Mahone, he says, I want to go to college. I said, what? He said, I don't have any money. I said, oh, Lord. So I got on the telephone and I got to calling, and I called up to Topeka, to Washburn. And the guy there was a football coach, and he said, Coach, he said, all our scholarships are gone. We're giving them out, they're gone. He said, but hey, on your judgment that this kid has an opportunity to wants to come to college, I'll make room for him and give him a scholarship.
Wow. That's
so
the
piece. I put James in it. I had that little convertible MG, and I put him in there, and we put his little suitcase in the back, and I drove him up there and got him in school.
Yeah.
But you know, and I'm not saying this because I want any praise. I'm just saying this that, you know, I was there, and I would be remiss if I didn't do something for him because he wanted to go to school.
Yes, sir. See, but that also speaks to just who you are. You know, like you said, they gave you the plaque that said for the father that they didn't have. Because that's so true. You did that every day for us. You were there as a mentor, an example, as a father figure every single day and beyond. As that story, that's a prime example of that. And when we talk about your mindset, you instilled in us a productive mindset.
Yes.
You know, we were talking about things that are systemically issues, and we know they're there, but this does also speak to having a productive mindset and having someone that can help you, give you a little leg up. And that's what you helped us with, a lot of us, even in this example, because of the connections you had and who you could reach out to. You helped a lot of us in that way.
Well, I hope so. I hope I made a positive impression on you all because I said there are times that I sit up and I reminisce about some of the things that happened and the things that we should do because whatchamacallit had one time she was working at the telephone company and I called about something and it was her on the telephone. Yeah, Coach Mahone. Who the heck is that?
Everybody can recognize your voice. Now, remember, guys, if you want to call in and say, hey, you can call in 816-237-8033, or you can drop a comment or a question in the chat to our very own Coach Willie Mahone from Central. Those of you that are watching that remember and love our very own Coach Mahone, we have him speaking with us live. You have some comments?
Yes.
Go ahead. Alicia, go read some of the comments that we have.
Okay.
So this is KP Pyramid.
KP.
The best to do it at Central.
All right.
He said he was the only person up there he was kind of scared of was Coach Mahone. Mariah said he learned a lot from Coach Mahone.
Mariah is on there too. I'm sorry. Okay, he said, say that one more time. Yes.
Mariah said he learned a lot from Coach Mahone. And then
I appreciate all of them. I appreciate all of them because you all are very positive and you're doing something in the community, which is great, and we need more of it. But like Mariah and some of those guys, because Mariah was dealing with those kids, and I spoke to some of them down at the Lincoln Building a few years ago. But the things that Mariah came back and was doing with the community, it's appreciated. It really is. I appreciate it. And I hope that a whole bunch of other folks appreciate it. And if y'all are doing something positive in the community and with kids, hey, I'm just as proud of you all as I was when I was at school.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She got a few more, I think. Go ahead, Alicia.
There's a question. What inspires you today and advice will you give today?
Well, just keep your head above water and do the positive things and remember where you came from.
Yes.
You know, I was talking to Alicia. I don't know if y'all remember Alicia Thurman or not.
Yes. I remember.
But Alicia, she graduated from the Naval Academy.
Oh,
and
nice.
And she called me, and I talked to her before because I was going to get her back, to try to get her back to talk to the kids that graduated in let's see, 86, in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But she was graduating at the same time, and she didn't get a chance to come. But then she did her own time in the Navy, and became a teacher at the University of Alabama, University of Alabama,
Oh,
which
nice.
is
You know you got a lot of teachers around here. And Terry's a teacher, you know I'm a teacher. So you got some teachers. You inspired us, Coach.
I hope so.
Yes, sir.
And earlier this summer, I got a phone call,
Mm.
and it was Alicia, and she was at a jazz festival up in up in New York. She was in New York, Jersey, and she was at a jazz festival. And I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I got your call from Norman Smith."
Mm.
And she called me, and I've got her phone number and everything, you know. And like I said, those kinds of things surprise me, but I'm happy that sometimes you think about the poor fella.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I'm so glad that we were able to even get you on the phone. Because like I said, I know you were having some pain. This weather brings out the pain when you have, having some issues.
Oh, I'm telling you. The last time I saw you was over at, what's the school over there? On,
I don't know, Papa Bear.
Linwood.
Oh, at Delano?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, Papa Bear. I feel so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. That's been a long time since I've seen you. Wow.
And the principal over there, one time I had her at the Southwest.
Really? Malone. Yes. Jennifer Malone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's my mentor too. Look. Thank you. I'm so glad. Any other comments or questions?
I just want to say that,
Okay, Tiffany got something.
you know, back then when we were in school, we didn't understand and we didn't like the discipline, but they were preparing us for life. They prepared us and shaped us to be who we are now because we received that discipline and that correction. So thank you for the love, thank you for caring, thank you for how you all help shape us and prepare us to be who we are now.
I certainly hope so, because like I said, love is something that you know, some people talk about, but I think when you show it, you show it.
Yes.
And it's appreciated, whether it is immediately or in the future or whatever the case might be. And like I said, I had teachers who stepped up for me, you know, like Jack Bush. Jack Bush was my coach when I was in high school, and we won the state championship in track.
Yes.
I worked with his daughter, Coach Bush's daughter.
You do now?
Lynn Boyer, she does a lot of subbing in the district.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I ended up being one of his daughter's principals when I was at Paul Robeson.
Okay.
Probably Lynn.
Wow.
And I took a couple of his grandkids to Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma down there for summer track and stuff like that. So that was payback.
That's right. That was give back. Like you said, you gotta reach back. Everybody has to have somebody that's gonna pour into them, reach back, build them up, all of that. So yes, it was. Thank you.
And Marad said, "Thank you, Coach, for speaking to our moved youth and supplying them with hope and a vision for success."
Yes.
See, you still doing the doggone thing.
Still doing it.
Well, it was all out of love, like I said. And sometimes it ain't out of sin, because some of them, I wanted to spank that booty.
Yes, she would. That's hey, can I ask, what was the name of your paddle again? What was it called? Did you have a name for your paddle?
Paddle.
Paddle. I thought you had named it.
That was Mr. Mahone.
I just call it paddle.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all conjuring up memories, girl.
Yes, sir. They're all great memories, though. You are such a great influence on our lives. And I have to say thank you. You know, whenever I talk to you, I say thank you anyway, but I have to say it so much because you had such a positive influence on my life, being someone also that grew up without their dad in their life. So thank you. I do appreciate you and love you. I do.
I love you all too. I love you all, and I don't want y'all to be strangers. Anytime you want to call me, you pick up the phone. You got your phone number.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you got both of my numbers, so
Yes.
you can call me.
I will. Look, you don't blast me because in a minute, I know that's okay. I feel shame. I know. I will call more often. Oh, man.
Oh my God.
So y'all keep me in touch and keep me in the loop.
Yes, sir. We will.
Thank you.
And I love all of y'all.
I love you too.
Okay, babies.
All right. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. See, it's stuff like that makes you want to continue to strive for greatness.
Yes.
I will say that I do feel when it talks about your mindset, I feel like that sets the tone for which direction you go. And at the same time, we have been prepared. Whether you have a degree, you go to school.
She's cold.
I'm sorry, I did a full fledged on Jan. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Okay.
You know, we go to school, we're pushed, we go to school to get the degrees and to better ourselves because we're told we have to be 10 times better.
That part.
And we still can be that in the place of employment. And like that video says, we're still at the bottom.
We are.
They don't want to put us in those positions. They don't want us to thrive. They want to keep us in that barrel. You know, no matter how much of a positive mindset that you have, that you're going to push. So the comment that was made to say, I can't remember what he said, something about it could be handled without crying. But if you try to walk through that door so many times and you keep getting pushed down to the bottom, it's going to affect you.
It will.
You know, because you're trying, but you keep getting pushed back.
Because for some people, it makes them start feeling like there's no hope or why keep going.
Yeah.
This is part of the issue too. I just appreciate, I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
You have to have a positive mindset, but as, I was just going to say it, I'm sorry, as Papa Bear just said, you have to also have people that are willing to help. And unfortunately, we know our society was not set up that way. And I am thankful for all of those pioneers that came before and have paved the way and still continue to, as he even speaking out positive things to people. Because I think you need all of it. You need both. You need a positive mindset, productive mindset, but then we need supports because we know our systems aren't built for Black and brown people.
The red tape.
Yes, the red tape.
So on the video on the post that Tiffany made, it said, the cartoon thing said, what's the matter? It's the same distance. And you have a man competing against a woman. And it is a known fact, it's a known fact that women have a higher education than men.
Yes.
However, I have noticed that in some workplaces,
It's a lot.
they will pick a man over a Black woman. So, and you know, we go to school just so we can, you know, be in the competition with the good old boys. But because of DEI no longer exists, now we definitely not going to be picked.
And we know that. We witnessed the mass firing of so many of our overqualified people. So we know there are definitely systemic issues. And I would agree, as Papa Bear said at the beginning, you gotta have a positive mindset too.
Yeah.
It does get hard. I mean,
It does. And actually having those people around you to help you, like when you have those negative days, when you have those days like, oh, I'm so, I'm over it, I'm done. Like I can just walk out of this place and just not care. But then you have a group, and it's like no matter where you work or where you are in your life, there's always a group of people that you either gravitate to or they gravitate to you, that you become bonded with, either in the workplace, if we're going to school, it's like somebody there at school, and then, people that you've known for over 40 years, that you still.
I'm 29, I don't know what you're talking about.
That you still,
In the mind.
you still bond with, you still bond with, you still, could call them up and say, hey, I'm frustrated with this or, whatever, or, things that you've done, you've accomplished, but you done set them to the side and like, oh, okay, I've done that, let me move on. But then they remind you, hey, wait, you do. Yeah, when you going to? So it's good to always have those people around you in your corner and, like-minded people, and then
respectfully disagree.
And then no matter what, whatever issue it is, let me just say this to everybody, to whatever issue it is that you are having with your group or whatever, don't push them away. Always just like, be mad. Be mad.
Respectfully agree.
I'll be mad. Like,
I'm not talking to you right now.
I'm not funny that you just said that. I just ran across a post on Facebook. If you can't be corrected without being offended, you will never grow in life.
That's society.
That is society.
Because you can't have an opinion. If you don't agree or believe the same thing another person believes when they make comments and stuff, they get mad at you. And we're all different. So we're all gonna have a difference of opinion. And when I watched that video right before the segment that we talked about today, what really got me was he said race dialogue fatigue. I had never heard of that before.
But who has that?
Race dialogue fatigue. And he says, do people get tired of hearing about racism? Some people get more tired of living with it.
Say that.
And we live with it. It's not a thing of the
My kids be
past.
like, no.
It's not a thing of the past. It still exists. Like you said, in our when you go try to get a loan for a home, when you try to get a promotion on a job,
When you go to the bank and try to
Set up
open
your bank account. Depending on where you go. Depending on where you go.
You went somewhere
Depending on where you go.
yeah, on the Kansas side.
So
Depending on where you
Johnson
go.
County.
So the systems still are in place.
especially when it comes to getting promotions. I think that's the most
I think it's getting ahead in
insulting.
general.
It's very insulting when you've been on. I have a friend that's been on her job for 30-something years, and they promote a white male that has never had a real job, had only been there for 7 months.
The administration in Washington.
I told y'all, it's in our systems. That's how they roll.
So that can cause you to get discouraged.
Yes.
When you try to promote, and you know you're qualified, you know you have the education, and they still.
Or you in the union representing for employee rights, but you're an employee as well, so you gotta, it's there for a reason. But we don't get promoted because we are part of the union.
But then the other thing is, that's when the mindset comes in, having a growth mindset, productive mindset, and you have to also be thinking of what are your options. Because like you say, someone that's been in there for 30 years, for whatever that reason, they've been in that role knowing this is happening, so maybe it's time to shift to another place to try to get that. Because I'm a person, I always think about it as like a way of problem solving. So, because I believe, and I know I trust and believe we all live, the systems are not made for us. So we gotta find another way.
I relocated twice.
We gotta find another way. And that's part of that mindset too, I think. That mindset to be successful is
Sometimes
don't
you have
get
to shift.
you might have
where you
to
are.
shift. And don't get bogged down by those things that are trying to hold you down.
And that's happened to me. Like, I was at a job for like 7 years. Have been in there, did, my education, whatever, moving up. But a situation happened. And it wasn't even me, but it was just a situation happened that I kind of got moved out. But I looked at it as it was time for me to go. Like, I had been there and I did everything that I needed to do there. So it was time for me to move on. And so when I moved on, I moved to another place. and start working, and then, you know,
And grow.
another situation happened
Uh-huh.
where it made me uncomfortable, and it was time for me to shift to something else. So when it's like, when I'm there and I get uncomfortable, that means, yeah, it's time to shift. Like, it's time for you to finish what you're supposed to
Finish
be doing.
here,
You
yeah,
know, like God told you to do this, but
Yes.
you keep running
to
to
that.
doing everything else. It's like,
It's funny that you said that, because I had a supervisor. He left, before he left, he had a plant. And he told me, he said, I'm gonna leave this plant with you. I said, I don't know plants, no. He said, when if that plant died, he said, when and if that plant died, that means you need to be gone. And the funny part is, when that plant died, I was in Dallas.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna take this with this dead thing, and I thought about like, oh my God, you are.
It's time.
It's time.
So I guess mindsets do matter.
Mindset too, because your mind, what you're thinking is going to set the tone for what you do, or what you strive to do, or what you want to
Yes.
decide you want to do.
Yeah.
You know,
And even overcoming those obstacles.
yeah.
With support, as
Yes,
Papa
yes.
spoke about, with some support. Or my friends or whatever.
I tell everybody, I like what I do. I like my job. I do not like my coworkers.
Yeah.
A little louder. I like my job. I like my coworkers. I'm not your friend. It's a business.
So you're here to work.
I'm there to work. It's a business.
That's why she works from home.
because her co-worker walks around with 4 legs.
Look, some of y'all are four-legged animals.
We are really positive.
Anyway,
See, she checked.
I
So,
think she
to
made me
wrap
feel
it up,
like
to wrap it up on those mindsets.
Black history.
on your mindset.
Yes.
On your mindset. One thing, when we talk about mindsets and success, for you, for your own person, define what success means to you.
Yes.
And then as you are, getting your mindset ready for success, you'll know where level or what your success is.
Yeah.
Because success for you is not the same success for me.
Exactly.
Success for me is not the same for you. So what is your success? What does success means to you? And then you know where to place your mindset.
Real quick, we got another comment from
Yes.
Tanya Nero Bridge. Strategize, plan, and don't be afraid of setbacks.
That's
You
right.
may have to leave company, city, or state to stay on your personal goals.
That's right.
The hardest
Thank you
way.
for saying that. Personal goals, because you were alluding to that anyway. You gotta have personal goals, professional goals. Come on, set them and then do what you have to do to
Write them
achieve
down.
them. Thank you for that.
Write them down. Last summer, I had
Thank
a
you.
goal to finish my bachelor's. Every month I wrote down what class I needed to finish.
Yes.
I wrote down what days I needed to study. I wrote down what else I needed to do within that summer. So every month last summer, it's like, okay, I need to do this. This is what's coming up. When
You
I
had
had
a
it done,
plan.
I had a plan. I checked it out. I still owe them.
Hey, me too.
However, I have my bachelor's.
I have my degree too.
I have my degree.
It's all right. It don't matter. If college is the path for you, you're gonna have that anyway. I had someone give me this advice many years ago. You're gonna get older anyway. You're gonna have that anyway. If that's the path for you,
No,
why not
older.
go and do it?
As long as
Take
I'm
it
older.
educate.
Yes,
Put something on it. Put something on it. Y'all know how to put something on it.
Don't limit yourself. Keep it open. Keep it open.
Keep it
Put something
open.
on it.
Because, I mean, for example, the person that's there for 30 years, like you can retire, at that age, but you can,
She can if she wants to though, and go to
But
something
so-
else. She can go to something.
I mean, have you thought about what else you would
Some
like to
options.
do? No, yeah, what
She don't do this because we about to.
Blow it up.
Alright, okay, on that note, let's talk about some black kids.
Now me, now me too, I also have been at my job for 30 years. But like Chris said, I can retire, so anytime I
You
get
have
ready,
options.
I have options.
Yes.
So, and I'm still too young to draw Social Security. So I already have a plan in place
Yes.
for what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what people gotta understand. You still, live for the moment, but have a plan in place.
Yeah.
Because if you're not organized your life just isn't gonna be organized.
You're lost. It's just day to day.
Yeah, you're just gonna be all over the place, you know?
And remember, you will have obstacles. We talked about it, we shared the podcast. The system is not for you, but you better bulldoze through that system and have your people around you that's gonna help.
Pray and thank God.
And pray first.
Right.
Amen. Keep him in the plan.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do some Black history, because we've been chatting, we had our wonderful coach Mahone on, so
And one more thing before I read this.
Yes.
When I talk to and see young people, one thing that I do tell them is you will hear no more than once.
Yes.
But don't let that stop you.
Exactly.
Keep going. Don't let it discourage you, because you're going to hear more no's before you hear that one yes.
And all it takes is one.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah, Black history.
Black history today. Okay, so on April 24th, 1898, Spain declared war on the U.S., followed by the U.S. declaring war on Spain April 25th, 1898, which was the very next day.
It's the U.S. month.
Go ahead.
African American regiments of the 9th and 10th Cavalry, along with the 24th and 25th Infantry, were some of the first troops dispatched to the war. Major General William Shatner led 17,000 troops, of which 3,000 were African Americans, into Cuba. Now this one for today, history for today,
Okay.
April 25th, 1944, the United Negro College Fund was founded by Mary McLeod Bethune and Frederick D. Patterson. The United Negro College Fund provides scholarships for 37 historically Black colleges and universities. They award more than $62 million annually in scholarships to 11,000 students.
Okay.
Annually. And today's birthday, T-Mize of TLC and Marianne Jean Batiste. You know,
The shade.
It
was not her.
It was not her.
it wasn't T-Mize.
Happy birthday.
Real quick, because we know what this is. Today's act of kindness. I'm just gonna read what it says. Today's act of kindness says, offer to wash your neighbor's car.
Nope.
No, ma'am. It actually says to serve. Even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Act of kindness says, offer to wash your neighbor's car.
I'll offer to do something else. I ain't washing your car.
I'm washing the car.
I'm washing
And on that note, we'd like to thank you for joining us.
Yes,
And don't forget to get your t-shirts.
Get your t-shirts.
still available.
They're on my page.
Yes.
Drop it in the chat. Get your orders in.
And if you purchase a t-shirt,
Take a
take a
picture.
picture and put it and send it to us and put it on
Put it
our
on.
yeah, with it
Put it
on.
And make sure you tell us what size you want.
Yes.
We have two different styles.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. We have the lovely black with the ladies on it. Those friends, sisters.
Sickness Community and KC.
And then we also have just our,
Tagline.
Yes, our tagline.
What
What
y'all
you sipping on?
What y'all sipping on? Now, some of y'all might be sipping on something other than tea, but that's your own personal preference.
That's your business.
That's your personal
That's what you want to do.
All right. Well, this was so fun. I'm
It
so
was
glad
fun.
that Coach Mahone called in.
Thank you, Coach
Thank you, Coach Mahone. We love you.
And if you haven't checked out their pages, Move
They
and Love, they are doing good things in the community with our youth. Check out their Facebook pages. And y'all be safe out there with the weather and everything.
Yes, we got some people. Look, y'all need to move on over to our YouTube page. Y'all can subscribe to our YouTube page, guys.
Sean Harold said, hey ladies.
Hey, Sean.
Anthony Mercy is on.
Hey, Smile. You said Michelle? Larry?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Hey, we're not. We're not on the rights to this music.
We do not own the rights to it.
We love it though. We'll see you guys next week.
Around the way, you still go.